lot. So we're going through this big collective upheaval and transformation, and personal one as well, inevitably. And transformation often begins in the unseen, and that is the realm of the mind, the nighttime, the dreamscape, the shadow. And from there, it emerges in very interesting signs and symbols or events that seem to deeply trigger our emotional bodies and to incite us to look deeper. So we're going through a lot of that right now, and there's been these 2 new moons this year in one sign, and that happens in different signs every year. And this year it's in the sign of Cancer, which is the mother, the home, the sort of lunar emotional world. And that's sort of the fire that we're all being called to sit in right now, the fire of my stuff and not running from it. And that can be very overwhelming, especially when there's nowhere to run, on top of the fact that the external world is turning in. There's not much to distract us. I mean, we can always find distractions. And that's an interesting thing to notice. What am I distracting myself with? So, yeah, I think taking the time to do these practices in yoga and meditation, the yogis recommended this for everyone as our personal debt to our lives and to clearing the karma that we all individually have. So if you think about tithing, it's like, I don't know officially what the number is, but about 20% of your earnings we give back to source in a more traditional aspect, the Catholic Church or whatever, what have you. But when we do our sadhana, our yogic practice, traditionally it's about 2.5 hours. Out of 24 hours, that's 20%. So we are indebted to source on some level, and it's impossible to sort of pay back. And we are indebted to our own incarnation through the unseen activities of the past that we are still experiencing repercussions in this present moment and in future moments to come. And so the yogic teachings understand that we have lived many lives before this life, and there were seeds planted in those lives that are taking root and sprouting now. And this sort of nature of time being cyclical and sort of incomprehensible, we can't necessarily understand when or why, but we can take full responsibility to deal with our shadows, deal with the parts of ourselves that are still seeking evolution and growth towards the light, towards the sun. And it's an ongoing process in our human journey. So thank you for joining this morning. And more than just like sort of paying our debt, which is a really dry way of looking at our yoga practice, we are we're investing in our evolution. And there's really nothing better we can do with our time, especially when we're being called to such deep levels of transformation. We can do it unwillingly and be pushed off the cliff and be pushed into pain and be forced to look at our stuff. Or every single day we can take a little time and invest and be active participants. And, you know, it's always going to change. And may we hold ourselves gently in that and be our best friends and have grace and compassion for ourselves and for everyone else going through this transformation on this journey. So yeah, I'm just sort of reflecting on all of this intent. And Cancer is a very emotional sign. So the evolution is one through the waters of our feelings and those parts of ourselves that are seeking to be held like a child would. So let's hold ourselves gently here and just close your eyes as you are ready, or gently look down. Take some deep breaths here without forcing. Just feel the breath a little more fully, openly, lovingly. And planting your seed of intention in this space, bringing your palms together. Take a moment to honor our teachers. Om Namah Gurudev Namo. Om Gyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Our teachers are emissaries of light to illuminate these dark parts, these shadow parts, through sharing these eternal teachings of yoga, of truth, of soul and source connection. So I wanted us to begin this morning with some pranayama mixed in with prayer. So this is a very interesting, unique practice, and it will involve a breath retention. Whenever we hold the breath, we're creating space, a container to push the edges, push the boundaries of our capacity. And into that space that's kind of growing and stretching, we are planting seeds of prayer. And prayer is simply an intention that seeks to connect us and use the energy in a cyclical fashion. So it's not something like, I want this, but I want this so that I can contribute further, so that I can evolve further. It doesn't end with us. And we'll do that in this mood of just opening to what I can't see, right? Because whatever's in the shadow, I can't see that. And sometimes our greatest solutions are in the shadow. Sometimes our greatest gifts are pushed into the shadow. So we want to also give space for that and for honoring what is possible amidst these difficult periods. So go ahead, close your eyes. You can bring your thumb and pointer fingers to touch, palms face up on the knees, relaxed shoulders. Take a deep breath in, hold the breath, and say your prayer, asking for anything you desire from your inner self. We'll start there. Exhale, let it go. Inhale again, hold the breath with reverence and pray to your own breath of life to give you health, wealth, and wisdom. Exhale, let it go. Inhale deeply with reverence, with love, with your compassion and kindness. Hold the breath. Please communicate with your breath that it must give you peace of mind, peace on Mother Planet Earth, and peace with God and His creations. Exhale, let it go. Inhale deeply, hold the breath. Oh, my breath, give me life, give me strength, give me peace. Delightfully enlighten me. Exhale, let it go. Inhale deeply, again, hold the breath. Oh, my breath, give me love. Give me the sight to feel all in me, within me, and around me. Give me the power not to hate, but to love and to love alone. Exhale, let it go. Inhale deeply, hold the breath. Oh, my love, breath, my sweet breath. Oh, my breath of life, my friend, my guardian, my sensitivity. Give me peace of mind, healthy, happy, and holy. Make me bountiful, beautiful, and bright. Please bless me. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, hold the breath. Pray on your breath of life within you. Let it go to every cell in your body. Exhale, let it go. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath. O universe within me, O divine within me, O self within me, O breath of life within me, give me back to the balance of harmony, kindness, compassion, and service. Breath of life, bring me the peace of mind, body, and my soul. And when you leave me, bring the peace of the universe. Exhale, let the breath go. Inhale, deep breath, deeper than you've breathed in before. Hold the breath. Pray that may I walk in the company of my own holiness and fall in love with my own soul and be bewitched with the breath of life so I can enjoy fulfillment forever, the fulfillment of truth. Exhale, let it go. Last one here. Inhale, deep breath, deeper than before. Deep, deep, deep. Fill up the breath, hold the breath. My virtuous breath, give me purity, piety, and power to serve. My virtuous breath, give me acknowledgement of being with all which breathes, lives, and exists. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, deep, hold the breath. Oneness of my uniqueness, my virtuous breath, give me the energy to be in my higher self, to be clear, clean, and conscious. Exhale, let it go. Inhale deeply, hold the breath. My virtuous breath, give me all that it takes to be kind, compassionate, and serving in my real essence. May this, each breath of my life, be real to all, real to me, and real to my Creator. Exhale, let it go. And just breathe here and just feel your internal space, the external space around you. And then we're going to kind of take a more powerful breath here called Bastrika, bellows breath. So we're going to inhale, stretch the arms, palms open, fingers spread wide. It's a powerful breath in, and then with your exhale, you're going to quickly bring the thumbs to the base of the pinky, close a fist around the thumb, squeeze, and strike the elbows against the rib cage. And it's powerful inhale and exhale. So you want to imagine the bellows of harmonium or any sort of like fan. Inhale powerfully, exhale, inhale, exhale. So that's our breath. So it looks like this. Okay, let's do it together. Inhale. Through the nose. Powerful breath in and out. Creating clarity in the finer tissues in the brain. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stretch. Hold deep breath, lift. Exhale, relax the arms down. Breathe here. You might Not even have to really breathe very much. We're just sort of sitting in this extra space, extra energy we created. So we'll do 2 more cycles, 2 more rounds. And begin, inhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stretch. Stretch wide in the body and stretch high in the spine. Exhale, release the arms down. Take a moment, drop into your essence, into the space of that seed of prayer. There's 3 things that are said that can change our destiny. Changing our names, moving to a new place, and prayer. So we're seeking to be those active participants in our evolution, shaping our futures, our destinies, instead of being victims of fate. 1 more cycle. Inhale, stretch the arms. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stretch. Hold and reach. Exhale, release. So mantra is a very powerful means of shifting our destiny. It's like a prayer that we sing. And it is a sound vibration that is pure and transcendental. It's not the same as sort of top of the pops sound vibration. So I invite you to move through our practice today, excuse me, with a mantra on your breath. So as you inhale, you can mentally vibrate Hare. As you exhale, mentally vibrate Krishna. As you inhale, Hare. As you exhale, Rama. So there's an anchor for our mind, right? Adding mantra to breath, sort of infuse, just like we did with the prayer, we infuse the breath with a sort of really surcharged spiritual energy that can move all of the blockages, the material difficulties in our lives, and clear a path for us that is in alignment with our destiny, our higher good. So just a suggestion. Notice that you can infuse mantra into your movement. So come on your hands and knees, and we'll move through the spine with some cat-cows. Inhaling, stretch up, open the throat, the heart, the belly. Exhale, round back of your body, stretching open. Hare, inhale. Krishna, exhale. Mentally vibrating if you choose to include a little mantra. Hare Rama. Just move with your breath, move slowly to start. Kind of shift in a more organic way if you'd like. So for those of us that have little back aches, go into those areas slowly and gently. Move the body so that you can access those places with your breath, and maybe hold there and breathe there. Infuse that space with mantra, with awareness. And then move through cat-cow. And then come to an inhale, stretch up. Hold the breath. Exhale, cat. Hold the breath out, chin in, navel in. Inhale, relax. Back into a child's pose. Hips to heels, stretch the arms away from you, press the palms together, forehead to the ground. Keep breathing that spiritual sound in the body. Sending it wherever you might need healing. In the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body, the soul body, wherever that space is asking for some love. Come up onto your hands and knees. And we're going to come into gate pose. So keep your right knee on the ground, stretch your left leg back, and then spin your left heel down and swivel your right shin behind you, perpendicular to the mat. So you want your knee and your left arch aligned and your right hand aligned. And then you'll inhale, stretch your left arm up. And we're pressing the hips forward, pushing through the left hip point and spiraling the rib cage back, the chest open, and the left arm, eventually stretch it over your ear. Find a big stretch here in the whole side body. Keep your head turning skywards, lengthening back of your neck. And slowly come up to stand on your right knee. And if you need any sort of cushioning, maybe a little blanket or a pillow under that right knee, feel free to support yourself so you're comfortable here. And then we'll bring your left hand down the leg and the right arm up. So opening through the right side here. And again, we want to sort of spiral open to the right a tiny bit, but also integrate front and back bodies. So your tailbone is lengthening towards the pubic bone and your pubic bone is lifting towards your navel. And your heart is lifting towards your chin and your chin is lifting towards the sky. Come up through center. Keep your legs like this. Bring your hands down to the ground in front of you and then walk them away as you lower down to your elbows and drop into a stretch here, chest towards the ground. So really creating a nice opening here along the left leg, inner leg and groin. And you might bring your chest even further down, forehead to the ground. And then slowly make your way back up, inhaling. And we'll walk the hands to the front of your mat. Reset onto both hands and knees. And take a moment here, breathe deeply. Exhale. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Stretch your right leg behind you. Spin the heel down. Swivel your left shin behind you, perpendicular. And we're going to spiral here, right arm up. Spin the chest open, reach the tailbone to the back of your right heel. Stretch the right arm up, lift the chest. So we're opening the front body through the arms and extend the arm over the ear. Breathe deeply, inhale, belly, lungs, and chest. Exhale, soften into the shoulders, into the stability of your legs. Keep pressing the hips forward gently. Take one more big breath here. And then reach the right arm up and rise to stand on your left knee. And we'll take it the other way. Stretch the arms wide, right hand down the right leg, left arm up. Keep lifting pubic bone towards the navel. Left fingertips up towards the sky. Take a big breath here. And then release the hands down to the ground and walk them away from you. So we're finding that fold downwards. Take 2 more breaths here. Feeling your lower back. And then inhale, wake. Walk your hands up and come to the front of your mat again. So we're going to go into puppy pose now. Hips stay stacked over the knees. Walk your hands forward away from your body and drop your chest towards the ground. Bring your chin to the mat or your forehead. And we're softening between the shoulder blades. We're dropping the heart towards the ground. Keeping the belly stretched as you breathe in. Breathe into the backs of your lungs, your rib cage. And then slowly pull the hips back into child's pose and bring your arms back alongside your feet, palms face up, rounding the shoulders over the legs, forehead down. Slowly come up and we'll walk back into a downward facing dog. Stretch the legs. Pedal the heels, find space here, bending your knees one at a time. Spreading the fingers wide, find a nice support through the knuckles of your index finger and your thumb. And then find stillness in your down dog. Reach through the heels, lift through the hips, soften the shoulder blades, shoulders away from the ears, long neck. Inhale here, walk your feet forward. Slowly, slowly bending your knees as needed. Finding the front of your mat, hips width through the feet, and hold into a forward bend here. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows. Maybe holding onto the back of your skull with interlaced fingers, allowing the elbows to drop down and in. Maybe bending your knees a lot to soften and release through the low back. But we want to breathe here into the back of the body so you feel the lungs expand the space behind you, in the kidneys, in the upper back, everything in between. And gently release and start to roll the spine up. Let the arms dangle. Slowly, slowly bring the head up. And inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center. So we're going to take a little quick aura clearing exercise. Spread the feet shoulders width. And you're going to bring the arms up. Inhale powerfully, palms touch. Exhale powerfully, sweep the arms down and alongside the thighs. So it's a pretty powerful movement. Keep going here with the breath. And as you bring your arms down, you want to imagine the wings of a bird, sort of powerfully pumping the arms down more than up. It's a downward movement that we're powerfully connecting to the breath. Eyes can be closed, focusing at the third eye point. Clearing the space around you. So we're really resonant and harmonious. We'll do 3 more. Inhale, stretch on your last. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release the hands down by your sides and breathe here. Just relax into the space. Feel the space around you and within you. Beautiful. And now turn your toes out. Maybe walk the feet a little bit wider for Malasana. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Hands to heart center. Exhale, bend the knees, squat low. Pressing the elbows into the inner legs. Hips ground you, heart lifts you. Just find your breath here. Infuse the breath with that mantra. Welcome to use any other mantra, of course. Sat Nam is a powerful one. Sat meaning truth, Nam meaning my name, my identity, my vibration is truth, the essence that we're seeking. That may guide us through the evolution of our unhealed shadow parts, our karmas. Walk your hands forward. Stretch between the legs. Drop the head round the spine. Take 2 more really big breaths here into this stretch, into the back of your body. And then inhale, lift your head. Press through your feet, lift your hips. Drop the head, turn the toes in towards each other. And fold into a forward bend here, grabbing the backs of your ankles or your heels or your calves. Let the elbows draw wide and bend and pull yourself in. Inhale, lengthen spine, flat back. Exhale, step back into a plank. Stabilize in plank, lifting the thighs, your chest, your navel in and up. Inhale a deep breath here. Exhale, drop the knees to the ground. Keep the hips lifted as if you're coming into cow pose. Bend your elbows. Pause almost halfway, and then drop the hips, lift the chest into cobra. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. And breathe here, nice deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale,
Exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward. Walk or hop the feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Lift the head and the spine flat. Exhale, fold. Keeping the hips stacked over your heels. Press down through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hands to heart center. Exhale. Breathe that mantra. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step to plank. Inhale, a breath in plank. Exhale, lower down, either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Taking deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend your knees on the bottom of your exhale. Walk or hop the feet forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold into the legs. Press through your feet. Inhale, the arms overhead. Exhale, hands heart center. Take a breath. Vibrate the mantra on the inhale and on the exhale. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, step or hop the feet back to chaturanga. Lower down, steadily inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here, inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, walk or hop the feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold into the legs. Press through the feet. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead, lift and lengthen. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath in with the mantra, a breath out with the mantra. Come down into chair pose. Hug the knees together, walk your feet together. Toes touching, heels apart, just to consolidate the energy, the balance and strength of the legs. Sit the hips a little bit lower. Good. Breathe deep. Inhale. Stay here. Exhale, navel to spine, belly button lifts. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, sit a little further. Inhale, come up to stand. Stretch the arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, fold into the legs, release. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, step just your left foot back, coming into a high lunge. So we're balancing on the toes of the back foot. Heel lifts over the ball of the foot. Bend through the front thigh. Stretch the arms overhead by the ears. Balance here. Bring your left arm forward, your right arm back. Twist to the right. Keep the left hip reaching back as you draw the heart up. Bring your left arm up towards the sky, right arm back, maybe towards the leg. And then drop your right arm down and forward, left arm back behind you. Spin the back heel down, warrior two. Bend through the front thigh. Look over the fingertips. Take a big breath into the belly, lungs, chest, through the arms. Exhale, settle deeply into relaxed legs, shoulders. Straighten your front leg. Right, now we're going to bend the left knee and sit back into a squat, into half a squat, into a low lunge. Lift the right arm up.
release the right hand down, straighten the legs. Spin the toes to face the front of your mat. Drop your back knee down. Straighten the right leg and find half split runner's lunge here. Inhale, stretch the chest forward. Exhale, fold towards your right leg. Inhale, lift the chest. Come up onto your left fingertips. Stack that left hand under your shoulder and twist to your right. Bring your right arm up. Keep your right hip gently dropping down and back. And then take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, release the right hand. Rebend your right knee and drop into this deep stretch here in your left hip. Tuck your back toes, find down dog split. Stretch the right leg up and back behind you. Bend your right knee, open the hip. Circle the ankle. Inhale, stretch the right leg straight. Exhale, come forward into plank and lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, stretch the right leg high. Exhale, step the foot wide outside of your hand. Stay here. Lift the chest, bring your left arm up and twist open to the left. Take another deep breath here. Stay here or start to spin all 10 toes to the left. So you're rolling onto the outer edge of your right foot and we're finding a bigger stretch here in the outer hip. Almost like a side plank, but with your left leg posted. Deep breath, lift the chest, inhale, and then spin the toes back to face front. Step your right foot to the front of the mat. Toes turn out, wide feet, bend the knees, drop into Malasana. Yogi squat. Press into the feet, inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Bring the feet together. Toes touch, heels apart. Bend through your knees, sit into chair. Hug the thighs together. The pubic bone and navel lift up. One more breath here. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the right foot back. Keep the heel lifted actively. Press through your left heel. Inhale, come up into a high lunge. Balancing here. Soften the shoulders, square the hips. Gaze steady. Feel the strength and the equilibrium of your body and your breath holding you steady here. Bring your right arm forward, your left arm back, twisting to your left. Find your center point through the crown, down through the center of your pelvis into the earth. Bring your right arm up, lengthen, maybe a little bit of a back bend. And then drop that right arm back, spin the back heel, spin to warrior two. Stretch through the fingertips, breathe through the belly, lungs, chest. Straighten the legs, bend your right knee now and come back into a Skandasana, your side lunge. Inhale, lift the left arm, open the side body. Exhale, release the hand down. Press the legs straight, walk the hands to the front of the mat, step back, down dog split, left leg high in the sky.
Bend the knee, open the hip. Straighten the leg, inhale, come forward into plank. Take your flow. You are always welcome to skip the flow and just rest. Moving back in downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch the right leg high. Exhale, step the foot wide outside of your right hand. Inhale, right arm up, twisting to the right. Keep your weight equally distributed between your left hand and your 2 feet, and that right hand reaching up. Spin all 10 toes to the right. Optional to take a bigger stretch here into the outer hip. Spiral through the heart. And then come back to front. And we're step the left foot forward. Turn the toes out, drop through the hips, Malasana. Keep the chest lifted, breathe here. So we're going to inhale, exhale. Take one more breath, inhale, exhale. Come down onto your butt, slowly lower. Bring your knees together. And we're going to lift the shins parallel to the ground for Navasana, so you can keep the legs bent or straighten the legs. Arms holding your legs or floating alongside your legs. Finding your balance point here on the sits bones. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, lower almost all the way to the ground. Legs straight, chest down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower almost all the way. Engage the core, the navel to the spine strong. Come back up. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale down, inhale up. Good job. And then inhale, hold here. Bring the soles of the feet together. Open the knees for Baddha Konasana. Shift the hips close to the heels. Hold the shins. Inhale, lift the chest. Arch the spine gently. Exhale, send the heart forward and release into this forward fold, slow and steady. Maybe binding the feet with the hands and pressing the elbows into the calves. Slowly come up, inhale, bring the knees together. Stretch your left leg straight, bring your right foot to the outside of your left knee, crossing the leg over your thigh. And bring your right hand behind your back. Inhale, stretch your left arm up. Exhale, hook the elbow outside of your right thigh or wrap it around the shin. And we're twisting to the right. Inhale, lift the spine tall through the crown. Exhale, pull the navel in, right shoulder back, look over your shoulder. Keep your left foot flexed so that leg is straight, active. Take one more breath here, inhale. Exhale, release. Bring your right foot now to the inner thigh, figure 4. Lift your sits bones, settle into both of them. Inhale, stretch the arms up, twist towards your left leg. So we're turning the torso. Exhale, fold, reaching for the foot, maybe crossing the right hand to the outside of your left foot, and fold here. Nice deep breathing. And then take your inhale to slowly come up and release the legs. Right leg straight, left foot outside the knee, crossing the leg over.
Hold through center, press through both sit bones, sit up tall, left hand behind your back, right arm up, inhale, stretch high, exhale, twist. Looking over the shoulder eventually as you spin into the spine, into the neck. Breathe into your belly here. Feel the expansion of your belly with every inhale. The contraction, squeeze as you spin with every exhale. And then inhale, rise through center, left foot to the inner right thigh. Settle into the hips, bring the arms up. Inhale, twist to the right, fold forward, exhale. Head to knee, Janu Shirshasana. See if you can relax in this pose. So we're taking an active stretch, but with every exhale, find a deep sense of letting go, of softening, circulating that mantra into the body, finding a fullness of centered release. And then inhale, come up through center and come laying down on your back. Hug your knees into the chest. And we'll take a bridge pose. So bringing your feet flat, heels close to your butt, arms alongside you. Take an inhale to lift the hips up. Walking the elbows behind you, maybe interlacing your fingers to bind the hands into this pose, to open across the chest. Keep your breath full here as well. So you're lifting the hips, the heart, the chin. Take another breath here. Lift your heels, release your arms, roll the spine down, releasing the feet. Beautiful. Take a breath here. So you're welcome to find a shoulder stand or legs up the wall, or simply stretch the legs straight up towards the ceiling. Any modification of an inversion, if you'd like to simply rest, begin to transition into Shavasana, maybe happy babies, you can do that as well. Finding your breath here, deepening wherever you are. Taking a few more full, clear breaths. And then beginning that process of releasing, maybe back into plow if you're in shoulder stand. Slowly coming into a final hug of the knees and the chest. A happy baby, anchoring your entire spine into the ground. If you're in happy baby, you're hugging the knees in, keep the low back on the mat. And then when you're ready, release and find your final steady Shavasana here. Take a moment to just take one more breath with the mantra on your inhale and exhale. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Gently move into your ankles and wrists. Take your next inhale to stretch the arms overhead. And with your exhale, hug the knees into the chest, rock side to side. Rock up and down and come into easy pose. When you're ready, take your time. Bring your palms to heart center. Take a big inhale. Hold the breath for a moment. A prayer of gratitude. Exhale, release. Deep bow. Grateful to serve you and spend this time together. May you have a wonderful day ahead. Namaste.